Tanya for Yud Shvat. We're beginning now Perek Tes. In the previous Perek, the Alter Rebbe began to discuss the Avim Soteris, the hidden love of every Yid who inherits in every Jew, inherited by every Yid, by virtue of which it is indeed Kodev made to fulfill all the commandments out of a spirit of love and awe of Hashem. He started that this love originates in the divine soul faculty of Chachma, where the light of the Ein Sof is invested, and that is the love which causes every Yid to choose death rather than deny the faith of Hashem. It was further explained that the divine soul, and thus all the love of Hashem is intrinsic to it, so every Yid's inheritance from the Avos who merited to bequeath it to their descendants eternally. Thus, of the 4 questions raised in the previous chapter concerning the hidden love, 2 have been answered. What is the root of the love, and how did it come to inherit it? 2 questions still remain. What is the nature of this love? What does it strive for? And how is fear of Hashem incorporated in it? Well, the Seves Beer, to further explain it, we have to first clarify what it says. Ner Havaya Nishmas Adam. Soul of a man is a candle of Hashem. Pirish, what does that mean? Shisra Akriyim Adam, Nishmasam He, the Mashal Kavir Haner, Shemistanea Tamid Lamaila Betivi. The soul of a Yid, who are called man, are by way of illustration like a flame of a candle, whose nature is always to flicker upwards. Because the flame of the fire seeks to always go up. The flame of the fire intrinsically seeks to part from the wick that holds it and unite with its source above. In the universal element of fire, which is in the Galgal HaYoreach, as explained in Eitz HaChaim. And even though it would be extinguished and emit no light, also above in its source, is Batal Eirei B'Metzias B'Shorshei. Its identity will be lost within that of its became nevertheless, B'Kachu Chofetz B'Tivei. It's what it desires by nature. Kacha Adam Nish Masa Adam, so too the Neshama of a Yid. Chem Chenes Ruach V'Nefesh, also the levels of Ruach V'Nefesh. Cheftzei B'Cheshkei B'Tivei, L'Par V'Las Magov L'Davik B'Shorshei Mekari. Naturally, it desires and yearns to separate itself and depart from the body and to unite with its origin and source in Hashem. B'Hashem Chaim HaChayim Baruch Hu. Hagav Sh'tia Ayin V'Efes V'Tis Batal Sham, even though it would become null and not, and its identity would be completely nullified. With nothing at all remaining of its original essence and self. It is this will desired by its nature. Nature is the term for anything that is not in the realm of reason and comprehension. Here too, the soul's will and desire is not based on reason and knowledge and intelligence that can be understood, but rather is beyond the grasp and comprehension of rational intelligence. This is the soul's faculty of Chachma, where the light of Ein Sof abides. This is the general principle in the whole realm of holiness. It's only what derives from Chachma, which is called Kadesh, supernal holiness. Its very existence is nullified in the light of Ein Sof, and there's nothing a part of it, as explained before. This is why the faculty of Chachma, which consists of the 2 words Koyach, the power of humility, this is the indirect contrast to the Klippa and Sister Achra, from which are derived the souls of the Goyim, of the Negamayu of Amrin, who act only for themselves, saying, Have, Vahav, Valitini, give, and feed me. In order to be independent being and entities, Kanal Hepech P'nes HaChachma, which is the exact opposite. It's a direct contrast to Chachma. That's why the they are called dead. Ki chachma techaya, the wisdom gives life. Aksiv yamusu v'lei b'chachma, they die without wisdom. So to hear the wicked and the sinners of Israel before they are put in the test of sanctified by Hashem, for the faculty of Chacham and the divine soul with the spark of godliness and the light of Ein Sev that is clothed in it, and a state of exile in their body within the animal soul, to the realm of Klippa in the left part of the heart, which reigns over them and dominates their body. This echoes the esoteric doctrine of the exile. For this reason, this love found in the divine soul, whose wise and desire is to unite, whose wish and desire is to unite with Hashem, the fountainhead of life is called hidden love. For it is hidden, and in the case of the Pesach Yisrael in the sackcloth of Klippa, for the Klippa, there enters into them the spirit of folly, which leads them to sin. It says a person does not sin unless. This exiles the faculty of Chachma, the root and core of the Chachma and the divine souls in the brain of animus laveshus lavush sak the klipa shabalev b'chol afnali b'chaz galus mamish does not clothe itself in the left part of the heart in the true state of the exile. It's only dormant and by Rishon in the palace Palasa Bahem doesn't influence at all. Because Mantra Sukam Vidaitim Binasum Tapis Elam, as long as they're in their knowledge and their understanding and preoccupied with mundane pleasures. And they're confronted with tests of faith, which is higher than Das, and it touches the faculty of Chachma within it, which is the source of the faith. It arises from its sleep of Pelas, and it exerts its influence with the divine force that is clothed in it. Hashem awakened us out of sleep. To withstand the test of faith in Hashem without any reasoning or knowledge that he can comprehend is and to prevail over the klippus and over the desires towards worldly matters, both permitted and forbidden, which was accustomed to indulge and even despise them. And to choose Hashem as his portion of this lot. Hashem, to offer his soul Hashem for the sanctification of his name. And even though the klippus prevailed over them all his life, and he was couldn't handle it, like it says that the wicked are under the control of their heart. When he faces the testing challenge with the faith of Hashem, whose foundation is the level of the divine souls called the heights of holiness, namely the faculty of Chachma, in which is clothed the light of Esei blessed. All these klippas become nullified and they vanish as thought, as though they have never been in the presence of Hashem. As it says, all the nations are nothing for Hashem, and for all your enemies are Hashem. All your enemies will perish. They will be scattered. As wax melts before fire, so the wicked perish. The hills melted like wax. The forces of Ein Seif that is clothed in the soul's faculty of Chachma is so intense. The garish is to banish and repel the Sitra Achra and the Klippas so that they are unable to touch even its garments. Namely, the thought, speech, and action that expresses one's faith in the unity of Hashem. The Hainu, which means Lamid bin Sim Limsin Afshir Filushli Lasis Rak Ezem Maisel Bad Neged Demonis Hashem Echad. This means that the divine light vested with Chachma enables him to withstand the test of self-sacrifice to the extent that even refusing to do a empty act that is contrary to the belief in Hashem, to bow down before an idol, even without acknowledging the heart at all. Hashem, have to speak falsely concerning the unity of Hashem, even when his words do not reflect his true feelings. His heart is perfect in the belief of Hashem. This is called the fear contained in love, meaning the natural love found in the divine soul of the Jews, whose intrinsic desire and will is to be attached to its origin and light, the light of blessed Ein Sof. But because of this love and desire, because of this love and desire, it has fear and dread from touching even the fringe of the impurity of idolatry, which denies Hashem. Even its outer garments, namely speech and speech and action, believe and wouldn't believe klal, without any faith whatsoever.